I believe it should be 4 of Nanaimo's 5. Impressive and pretty important game. New West at 3-1, Nanaimo at 2-2. So this is a real swing game. I think especially for Nanaimo, a real swing game. The Bellies off to a good start at 3-1. They've got some more breathing room. And I can see already on the chat on the stream that there's still a few people that stuck around through our technical issues here from Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo, but we've got the stream up, we've got the stream running. So I can see the audio on my screen here. If you're following along in the chat and you can hear me talking at you, just make sure, send me a message so I know that the audio is going too, as well as the video. Score probably pretty indicative so far. Timberman, good start in the first periods. Bellies really strong in the middle of the first. Nanaimo coming back late. Pretty good back and forth second period. Nanaimo good on the PK in that middle 20 minutes, and I think that a factor in why they have the 5-3 lead. The biggest factor is, I don't think without question, the biggest factor is Matt Bose. Again, the online score sheet will tell you he's got 3. I believe it's 4 of the Nanaimo goals in the first 40 minutes of this lacrosse game. Recapping what we've got so far in terms of the stat line for this game. Twomley in on all 3 goals, 3 assists. Strube, DeLaurent, Connolly with the goals for New Westminster. On the Nanaimo side, Matt Bose, he's got a strong game going so far without any question. In on 4 of Nanaimo's 5 goals. And then after that, it's Bowman with an assist, Pilkington with an assist, Woodrick with an assist. So it's all come down to one of Nanaimo's big left-handers. And it's a dual threat normally in Nanaimo games because they've got Captain Andrew Bowman and Matt Bose who are kind of that 1-2 punch. For the Bellies, 3-1 and still awaiting, and we're not seeing it here this afternoon either, but the arrival, the beginning of the season for Lucas Nielsen. And when he gets into the New West lineup, that's a complete game changer when it comes to the offensive side. So that will be one to wait for, one to watch. Fans in New West will be excited once we get there, and obviously we will get there. And it's all around the league right now, right? Both teams have a lot of call-ups at this stage of the season, and you're seeing it all around the league right now. You're seeing it all around every league. We're going to see it here in Nanaimo tonight. There's a senior game at 7 o'clock. Senior A Timbermen and the Senior A Shamrocks. And so you're going to see it there too. That's, guys are still at school. Guys are still recovering, some of them from the NLL playoffs. There's so many different commitments that make the May portion of Junior A and Senior A lacrosse very difficult. And then you also end up with all of the other summer commitments that can get in the way of a full 18-game schedule when it comes to summer lacrosse, when it comes to box lacrosse. So it's something that everybody's used to, but at this stage of the season, and this is why it's so important to have a good Tier 1 program that can feed. Your minor programs are huge that can feed. And when it comes to these two teams, teams that can recruit as well from outside their own associations. And both teams, I think, have designs on making a run in 2025. There are people outside of Coquitlam that keep saying, well, Coquitlam might not be as strong this year. And here they are, 4-1 already. Great start to the season. New West 3-1, Victoria 3-1. No surprise with those teams. Delta sitting at 2-1 right now. Interesting for Nanaimo at their 2-2 record that they've been perfect on home floor and winless on the road. And a lot of the times those games, it's just the nature of the Vancouver Island versus mainland teams is the mainland teams can play midweek, but the Vancouver Island teams, it's usually always Saturday, Sunday. One will be at home, one will be on the way. Of course, you could say, well, that hasn't affected the Victoria Shamrocks junior team over the years, and really, you could say that it certainly hasn't. They've been so good over the years, the Victoria Shamrocks making that same difficult travel that Nanaimo does, and Nanaimo trying to make it up into that stratosphere. By the way, Coquitlam leading Victoria in the second period today as I'm talking about that mainland island travel. 11-8 for the Adanacs over the Shamrocks. Delta Poco at 7 o'clock. Then we've got Monday lacrosse. Victoria at Delta. Burnaby at New West on Tuesday. Delta Langley on Thursday. Friday, the Battle of Coquitlam versus Poco. Two teams in the BC final last year. Next Saturday, Burnaby at Nanaimo. And next Sunday, it's Nanaimo at Poco. So a busy week, as it always is. Once box lacrosse season starts, it's keeps going, and it keeps going with a flourish until the end. And what will the Minto Cup story be in 2025? We're just starting to write that right now. Coaches out on the benches. Russ Hurd and the staff for New West. Simon Stocks and the staff for the Timbermen. Again, I will differ with the online score sheet and say it's 5-3 Nanaimo with 4 goals from Matt Bowes, even though the score sheet does say 3. Didn't mention this as we came online here, but it's Keegan Aquino in net for Nanaimo. He's down to the left of your screen. Boris Maximenko off to the right for New Westminster. Nanaimo in white with the black and red, a little bit of silver. New West with the traditional red, blue, and white. As we get the third period underway, 5-3 Timbermen. Shots 35-30 in Nanaimo's favor. Ball battle won by DeWitt. Nanaimo's got the first possession in period 3. Bounces it across floor. Wong will set up the offense. Spans plays in the captain Bowman, back for Spans. You could bet they'll be watching Matt Bowes. He's got the ball now. He's the late man coming. Bowman from the angle. 12 on the 30. Andrew Bowman looking, feeding cross floor. Fontenla dumps it off. Woodrick feeds the front. He's got Bowes open, looking for 5, scores! The quick hands. Several moves in tight, and Maximenko could not stay with Matt Bowes, and 6-3 Nanaimo. You could see the Timbermen isolating Bowes. He was the late man coming on that play. Grabbed the ball, got in tight, and able to bury it. 33 seconds in. That's 2 periods out of 3. Matt Bowes has scored a goal in the first possession in the first minute. Nanaimo's biggest lead here is now at 6-3. Twomley in on all 3 New West goals. The right-hander moves it up. Glanville running a pick for him. Ball goes back. DeLaurent, he has one of the New West goals. Plays it off for Kessler. DeLaurent again. Twomley from the arc. Tries to penetrate, does a shot, and that was kicked away by Aquino. Wong after the loose ball. It's a fresh 30, so he can't just let it go. Plays it for 80 at center court by him, though. And it goes from one goal to the other. Maximenko gets it back for the Bellies, and they'll have a free possession if Marcher can get it up floor in time. Runs his way to center, didn't make it. 8-second count violation, and that's a couple of mental errors both sides. Here's the Nanaimo break. Pilkington in, scores! The Timbermen quick to react after the 8-second violation at center. And Ty Pilkington makes it 7-3. Nanaimo's lead is now 4. Pilkington normally comes out the front gate, but he's been coming out the back gate today. A fast start, a minute and 28 seconds of third period action, and Nanaimo with 2 goals. Their lead up to 4. Twomley's going to try and bring New West back. Twomley throws it across floor. Board from there, moves it across. Strube plays it back for Twomley, loads up a shot, and closing up is Aquino. 80's stick went flying there. Nanaimo ball. Timberman up and over center. Pick up, worked in on the attack. Hulbert plays it to Struther. Struther into the corner with a feed. DeWitt spins, looks to the front, cross floor pass. Woodruff couldn't handle that. Ball bouncing high towards the Salmon Belly bench. Woodruff double teamed, almost pushed into the bench. The ball is somehow still in play. Woodruff was barely in play there, being double teamed at the bench. It's going to be Salmon Belly possession. 2 minutes, 14 seconds into the third period. 7-3, Nanaimo Timbermen leading the New Westminster Salmon Bellies here at Frank Crane Arena. Glanville over center. Moves it in for Kessler. Kessler on the run. Feeds Board at the front, just out of his reach. High to grab it goes Aquino. Hall for Nanaimo, up and over center now. Out comes the offense, led by Andrew Bowman. Bowman with a net drive at the crease, faking, scores. Andrew Bowman's first today. 8-3 Nanaimo Timbermen. And the captain heating up in the third period. And Nanaimo's been getting very close to penetrating that New West defense throughout the day. The Bellies have been sticking with it. Maximenko's made some big saves, but you can see maybe Nanaimo wearing New West down a little bit defensively here in the third period. That's Bowes in alone, Bowman in alone, and when those left-handers can get in alone on top of a goalie, they do finish more often than not. 8-3 Timberman lead. 80's on the ball. As I said as we came online, this is a big game for both teams. It's a bigger game for Nanaimo at 2-2, looking to get to 3-2 and knock New West to 3-2 as well. Matt Bowes from the middle. Bowes plays it down and in for DeWitt. Cross floor feed. Nice move by Fontenla with a shot, a riser that was stopped by Maximenko. New West ball for Gifford. Gifford fires a pass towards Twomley. Almost picked off. Twomley able to recover it. Pilkington almost had a break there. Twomley down the flank. Conley tries to move to the middle, open up some space. Ball across floor. Strube will move with it. Driving to the goal. Low shot, but not on the net, and it bounds high towards center court. Over and back situation, and then I was going to get, once again, offensive possession. 16:15 to go, third period. 8-3 Nanaimo now, a 5-goal lead, their biggest today. 5-3 after 40, but 3 goals in the first 4 minutes here in the third. Here's Struther, good look with a drive, and Maximenko able to fight that off, make the stop. Outlet feed, Marcher gets towards center court. Sets up from there, takes a look. Drops it off, Board on his wrong side. Moves the other way and throws it in. Cross floor pass to Glanville. Glanville trying to drive the net. Posting up, spin move with a shot, and Aquino stood tall to stop him. Able to wriggle free was Glanville, but failed to beat the Nanaimo netminder. DeWitt cradling from the left-hander position. Moving up slowly towards that New West defense. Goes cross floor with a feed. Woodrick gets it down low. Fontenla for Bowes. Bowes for DeWitt. Overhand shot, but well off the mark late in the possession. It was tipped. Will Nanaimo get the ball back here? There's some conferencing going on. It is going to be Timberman ball. It will be a fresh 30. DeWitt at the top for Struther. Woodrick fakes, gets in deeper, nice penetration, and Maximenko reaching with the arm, great stop. Nanaimo reset, but it is going to be New Westminster ball. Great stop by Maximenko there. Woodrick, who's been playing Senior A as a call-up. The Nanaimo Senior A team's been very short in the first 10 days of their season, but great for Woodrick to get some time playing Senior A. rubbed in this Junior A game by Maximenko here in the third period. Outside look for Struby waits. Twomley tries to swim away. Almost did, but looked like some interference that allowed him to get free. Nanaimo possession, and more so than that, it's going to be a New West penalty. Board was trying to clear up room for Twomley there, but the officials making the call, and it's going to be Timbermen possession. 5 minutes, 20 seconds in, third period. 8-3 Nanaimo. A 3-0 run in this period. Looking to extend it on the man advantage. Bowes plays it down and in. Struther, Bowes, Bowman. Woodrick, Pilkington, Bowman. Struther from the angle. Matt Bowes, Andrew Bowman. Bowman cross floor in behind Pilkington. Struther to the front. There was Woodrick. Good idea if it works. It doesn't. It's New West ball on the over and back, and here's Lady. Backing in. New West down 5 here, but maybe you want to press for something offensively with 14 minutes left. Got to be smart, a man down, but maybe you look at the very end of this sequence after you kill as much of this 30 as you can, and now it's at 7 to put something on net. Even for a reset, and trying that was Lady, but he missed. Timberman ball, still 1:02 left on their power play. Over center court is Matt Bowes. Bowes deals it low for Struther, back to Bowes. Andrew Bowman as they move it all the way around. Pilkington's in behind. Woodrick from the shooter spot. Here's Bowman. Woodrick getting down deeper. Ball in and out of his stick. He's trying to recover. He does. On the run. Woodrick knifing through with a shot. The arm comes up from Maximenko. And a back in call as Marcher ran through the paint. It's 2 big saves with the arm from Maximenko on Woodrick here in the third period. Power play underway again. Bowman from the middle. Playing catch with Woodrick. Bowman switching with Bowes. Andrew Bowman. Flip pass. Struther to the front. Cutting through. Woodrick with a shot. And a kick save that time from Maximenko. That's a hat trick of fantastic saves for the New West goaltender here in the third. Ball in and out of the stick of Weatherby. That's a Nanaimo break. Hall behind his net will bring the power play back up very late. Just 12 seconds in it. 8-3 Timbermen. Struther cradles as he does so. The officials calling for a wipe, and that cues Jacob Park to come out with the mop. Wet spot, and I think that was where Woodrick went flying in towards Maximenko. And on that last Woodrick chance, trying to go low this time because he went high off each arm of Maximenko. So this time, as he got penetration, he tried to go low, and then the foot came out, almost hockey style there. Still 8 seconds left in the power play. 12:48 in the third. And Nanaimo has opened up a big lead here at Frank Crane Arena on this Saturday afternoon. First Nanaimo New West matchup of the year. Woodrick to Bowes. Back to Woodrick. Low shot. Maximenko kicked that one out. Nanaimo gets the reset. Power play's over. Board is back on the floor. Feed for Bowes to the crease for Struther. In and out of his stick though. Struther takes a push, being pinned on the in wall. Soden is down low, trying to get that for the bellies. Still a ball battle, and finally New West will win it. Nanaimo trying to prevent any exit of the zone here as it's rolling back down towards the corner. Rifled high to the rafters as once again New West unable to beat the 8-second count. Nanaimo just swarming, making sure that the bellies couldn't get that ball towards center. On the whistle in, they're going to call for another wipe, I do believe, and that one I think is less of a wipe of wetness and more of a wipe of part of the roof came down right in front of the New Westminster bench. And there's Jacob Park with the mop and not using that to clear up anything wet, just trying to pick up pieces of the ceiling from Frank Crane Arena. I'll get that sorted out. Andrew Bowman helping out. That's what a captain does, right? Part of the roof is on the floor. Well, get the captain out to help clean that up. There's Sean Lehman down at the bench helping out too. Longtime official at every junior and senior level in the Harbor City. Outside look for Woodrick. Good battle between him and Maximenko here in the third. Here's DeWitt. Cross floor feed. Fontenla for DeWitt. But some interference off ball. And I thought maybe just interference, but no, they're going with a full cross-checking call against the Timbermen. Woodrick being sent off, and here's the opportunity New West was waiting for. A man advantage to try and get back in here. And you would say, yeah, this is a must-score power play for the Bellies, down 5. Twomley will quarterback it. Takes the ball at center court. Twomley deals it in for Glanville as they move it around. Lady to Glanville. Twomley. Board gets it down to the crease. Strube back to Board. Well, that's Delarond, excuse me, not Board. Delarond loading up. Cross floor, into the middle with the ball. Nice recovery for Lady, and once again gets it. Made 2 recoveries there. Delarond for Twomley. Twomley in for Glanville. Twomley once again, 5 on the 30. Cross floor pass, and here's a pickoff. Wong with a break, right down the middle. In on Maximenko. Wong shoots and scores just inside the post. The Bellies were running out of time. A hurried pass. Wong with the pickoff just inside the post, stick side about midway up. A shorthanded goal for Nanaimo. And that one really stings. And just the case of the 30-second clock winding down, the Bellies knew they had to force something, and Wong knew it too. The pick off the goal, 9-3 Nanaimo. The only 4 goals of this third period going Nanaimo's way, and a close 5-3 contest doesn't look close now at 9-3. Really strong push by the home team. Strube with a drive, and that was swallowed up by Aquino. Looks for the outlets. On the money for Gunderson. Gunderson has spans with him. Gunderson's going to hold up. He's a great runner, but he won't this time. 80 to Andrew Bowman. Bowman feeds down low. Spans in a double team. Can he work out of it? Did well to keep it for a while, but now the Bellies will come ahead. Taking a look back is Eli Smith. Now it's Twomley. Lady comes on now. Feeds it low for Connolly. Connolly. Strube rips one and scores his second today. Scored in the first, scores in the third. Outside shot and a ways outside, but finally the Nanaimo run is broken. 9-4 Timbermen. And it's been really hard for New West to penetrate today. And you need the outside shots to go. Well, that time the outside shot went, and it went perfectly. 9:34 the time of the fourth Salmon Belly goal. Timbermen 9, Salmon Bellies 4. A pair for Strube. Here's Gifford. Gifford throws it in. Conley. Can New West grab some momentum here? Kessler sends it low. Here's a chance in tight. Strube looking for maybe a third goal, but got wrapped up in the corner with Hall. So Timbermen possession. Won't be back-to-back possessions with a goal for New West. Wong moves it in for Bose. Almost halfway through the third period. Timbermen 9, Salmon Bellies 4. Struther has Bose. Bose takes a look. Feeds cross floor. Overhand shot from Woodrick, and once again Maximenko making the save. Outlet feed for Weatherby. Draws 2 Timbermen defenders. Weatherby, strong run down to the corner. In behind the net. Lost the ball. Nice recovery to Laurent all the way out near center court. Couple of fakes. Pass in. Conley was being well covered, but he gets away. Conley to the net with a low shot, and Aquino made the save. It's by him. But crease violation call. Ooh, the ball went in. But Conley was in the paint as he was making the play. So it stays at 9-4. That ball just over the goal line, but Connolly just inside the paint. No goal. Cradling is DeWitt, looking towards the front as the Nanaimo's on offense here. Fontenla. Pilkington to the front. Woodrick tried to dunk it. Maximenko. Another save on Woodrick. Man, Woodrick is getting so many great looks, and Maximenko has been spectacular on number 22. The Nanaimo's offense has all come from the lefties and then the transition guys. But Woodrick has had a lot of great looks, and there's Aquino making a stop on Lady. Ball comes out. Timberman possession. 8:35 to go in the third. Nanaimo 9, New Westminster 4. Sam Struther, ex-Shamrock, ex-Islander, closing in, posting up, feeds the late man. That's Fontenla. Fontenla gets it low. Feed for Struther. Loading, firing one off Maximenko. Nanaimo looks for the reset. They get it. Fontenla, cross floor Struther. Struther taking a couple of wraps here. Tries to spin off Kirby. A pick run by Bose. Struther, cross floor pass. Low shot and a nice stop made on Spans. Maximenko reading that beautifully. Once again, though, Nanaimo on the reset, and Struther will close. And this really tires out the defenders. 2 straight resets for the Timbermen, and they close in again. Struther cradles, shakes Kirby, feeds Matt Bose. One move to the net with a shot, but over top. Loose ball just outside the paint, and O'Leary tried to bank that one in from right on top of the goalie, but couldn't. And finally, the Bellies get the reprieve and can bring out the offense. Connolly weaving his way through the middle, getting towards the net. Connolly with a shot, and that one just missing high. Back towards center court, and it goes over the glass. And goaltender Aquino will take it. Timberman possession. Bad bounce for the Bellies. To the middle here, it's DeWitt. One of the 2 DeWitt boys. This is Keegan wearing 27. Connors wearing 19. Woodrick loads it to his left. Trying to charge through. Here's Pilkington. Pilkington, Woodrick faking on his wrong side. Put one just beside the post. There's DeWitt with a drive, and that one bounds high over center court. New West might get it with Smith. Oh, he just missed it. He was trying to pick it up and then continue his hard run to the net. Bad break for the Bellies and Eli Smith there. Woodrick just before that having problems beating Maximenko in any conventional way. So he goes to his wrong side and just missed inside the post. 6:48 to play in the period. But Nanaimo's really ratcheted up the shots here in the third. It was 35-30 through 40 minutes, now 49-36. So a really strong push. And it's going to be Timberman ball out of this by the look of it. And Connor DeWitt's going to have to back up. So Struther will come all the way back here. Nanaimo by 5. Now the whistle in. Struther moves up slowly. Bose there looking to run a pick, it looks like. Now he gets wide open. Wide open. Bose stopped by Maximenko. Nobody went to Matt Bose, and Maximenko kicked out the shot. Weatherby's back. Weatherby trying to cut in against Wong. Feeds the middle. Ball in and out of his stick. Timberman with it. Wong, who already has a transition breakaway goal, pulls up. Hall got in his way. Pass goes astray. Nice pickoff. Here's Eli Smith. Hard run towards the net. Has to pull up. Feeds the trailer. Strube, hard run. Powers his way through. Looking for maybe a hat trick goal, but that's tough because he was on his wrong side trying to make that push to the net. And I will back up and over center. Hall with it. Struther comes in again. 9-4 Timberman, 5:50 left, third period. Struther is way outside. Loops it towards the middle. Spans will try to make the catch. He does. Sonnen right there with him. Spans got the ball away. He wanted to hit Fontenla, but couldn't. Over and back call. Salmon Belly's possession. Twomley will take it out of the corner. Twomley, Lady up top. Cross floor pass. running opportunity here. Kessler couldn't get free though. Outside look, Delaron, overhand shot, scores, second today. Ripped in. Seth Delaron with a great shot from the outside, and that's been the story in this third period, and really I think throughout the night for New Westminster. The outside shots, they have a hard time getting inside. Those have to be good. Well, that time it was from Delaron. He's got two. 9-5, 5:22 remaining. Now what New West really wants to do here is they really want to be able to make a push, get a run together. That's what Nanaimo did to open up this third. They had the long run, 4 consecutive third period goals. The Bellies do have 2 straight, but can they continue a push with minimal time on the clock? Now is where you maybe have to take chances. Maybe you look at some 6-on-5 sequences if you can get there with 5 minutes to go in a 4-goal deficit. Conley was open on one side, Stroop from the other, loads a low shot, and Aquino a good save there. Ball loose beside the nets. That's going to be a new 30 for New West and a cross-checking call against Nanaimo. Well, that works out doubly well for New West. A cross-check, I believe, on DeWitt. 5 minutes left. New West power play down by 4. It's not an easy road back, but maybe there's a bit of a pathway opening up. Twomley will take it from center court. 5-on-4 set for New West. Twomley will close it in. Strube throws it down to Laurent. Strube again. Twomley makes a move, inching his way through. Shot short side, hit the frame of the net. Ball in behind. Rolls into the paints, and Aquino scoops that up, makes the outlet for 80. Key loose ball for Nanaimo that time. 80 on the move. Getting by Twomley, who continues to push him. 80 for Andrew Bowman. Bowman on the run. Trying to get by another defender. Marcher, he does. Bowman, crease dive. That ball went in, but Bowman was well into the paint. Wasn't even one that Bowman celebrated there. He knew he had not enough room and tried the dive, but unable to stay out of the paint. Still 9-5. But it does kill New West power play time either way. 70 seconds in the New West man advantage. 4:05 left in the third period. Lady outside to the middle. There's Strube again with a long hard shot kicked away by Keegan Aquino. Loose ball. Nanaimo gets it. Gunderson prevents the New West reset. Gunderson loops it across floor. Nanaimo will control it. Good job by Hall. Hall has a man breaking. Spans was open, but he opted for the safe play to Struther. But Struther's in a virtual triple team here in the corner. Marcher pins him. Sonnen hits him. 10 on the 30. Struther wants to kill this off if he can. Finally, he's wrestled down. New Westminster ball. 3.5 to play in the third. 25 seconds to go in the power play. 9-5 Timbermen. Lady sets up slowly, waits for the offense to get in position. Twomley goes cross floor. Strube flicks it in. Delaron for Strube again. Now Twomley faking, feeding, outside shot. Stopped by Aquino. Reset New West. Twomley will close. Flip pass. Lady with a shot, but well off the target. Strube turning, feeding. Twomley overhand shot. Nice stop by Aquino. Power play is over. Another New West reset. Lady goes cross floor with it. High ball to the middle. Only Timbermen are there. And a strong run up and over center. Here's 80. Bellies cannot cash in on the man advantage with 2:40 remaining in the third. Timbermen 9, 7 Bellies 5. Andrew Bowman at the top. Bowman feeds it across for Bowes. Bowes controlling on the outside. Trying to make a run. 8 on the 30. Cross floor with it. There's Fontenla with a drive. Bounding over the glass. Out of play. New West ball, and here they go 6-on-5. Maximenko to the bench. Smith on the run, gets by 80. Has to turn back though as the Bellies are still trying to get into position here. Down 4, clock down to 2:10. Strube takes a look. Twomley. Strube way outside again, trying to inch closer. Subs it behind the net. Dillerand faking. Tried to dive and push that one through, but didn't quite work late in the possession. And it's going to be Nanaimo Timbermen ball. Empty net and a long-range shot just off the target. Whipped in by Pickup. Close, but he couldn't quite hit it. Maximenko scrambling back in. Bowman in a double team. The left-hander trying to work out of the corner, but also happy to protect the ball here. And Nanaimo would like a reset. They're going to get one. And a fierce battle in the corner. And a new S push in Nanaimo ball. And Simon Stocks and Brad Dugan will like that at the bench. Timberman with possession, and now 1:25 remaining. Out of the corner, Struther faking, scores! Sam Struther. Double figures for the Timbermen at a 10-5 lead. The key to that play was Nanaimo killing time, but also getting the ball back, and then that allowed Struther to make a great individual effort. Moving from his right to left, cutting across and putting that one behind Maximenko. That will remove doubts to the results of this lacrosse game. 10-5 Nanaimo. And this will put these two teams in a tie position in the standings at 3-2. The Bellies losing just their second. Nanaimo winning their third, and they'll move to 3-0 on home floor. 0-2 on the road, and that'll be key for the Timbermen as they need to get going on the road, but against a difficult opponent. A strong day for Nanaimo, and really good through 40 minutes, but I think both teams were. Nanaimo did have the advantage throughout, but it was the third period where Nanaimo started with a strong push. 5-3 after 40 to 10-5 now. And Matt Bowes, the offensive story of the first two periods. Quieter here in the third, but looking for one late in the crease as he just popped that one through. And now down to 34 seconds remaining in this Junior A game. And next game action for the Salmon Bellies. They've got Burnaby on Tuesday. Nanaimo's got Burnaby next Saturday. Here's a chance. Conley scores late. Great move. You can hear that rattle off the post as well. 17 seconds left. Puts the scoreline to 10-6. Second today for Conley. Take a look at the other action. That Coquitlam Victoria game in the BC Junior A Lacrosse League. In the third, 13-10 for the Adanacs. 17 seconds left in this one. Maybe just one more face-off. The Bellies with Kirby moving towards the nets. Ball goes back to center court. Lady moves it in. Strube cutting through. Force to the side, puts it to the middle. Lady overhand shot, missed the mark with it. And Nanaimo will take possession as the seconds tick down. 10-6 final for Nanaimo today. And these two teams both sitting at 3-2 in the BC Junior A Lacrosse League standings. As I said, they've got the Burnaby Lakers next, each of them. And taking a look at the official online score sheet for this lacrosse game. We'll start with the visiting New Westminster Salmon Bellies. And the Bellies in this game, a few two-goal performances. Strube with 2, Dillerand with 2, Connolly with 2, Twombly with 3 assists. Then for the Nanaimo Timbermen, the high man today, Matt Bowes, 5-goal game. Bowman with 1 and 1, Pilkington 1 and 1, Woodrick with 2 assists. Struther had a couple of goals. Wong had another tally for the Nanaimo Timbermen, but outside of Bowes, really spread around scoring for both sides in this 10-6 Nanaimo Timbermen victory. The teams will conclude their handshakes down at floor level. And the Nanaimo New West rivalry underway in 2025. And the Timbermen draw the first win, 10-6 at Frank Crane Arena. On behalf of Bryce, my cameraman, this is Dan Marshall. So long from Nanaimo.